Hi everyone, Mr. Peabody here. Now, playing a 12-string guitar. Playing a 12-string guitar is basically exactly the same as playing a 6-string guitar. The difference is you've got 12 strings, and with the lower strings you've got two strings that are actually tuned to the same note on different octaves. So the lower E, so in other words the top of the guitar, that's an E. The very next string is an E at a completely different octave. And so you go through the strings, same note, different octave. Then the next one, same note, different octave. It only changes when you get to the upper strings, in which case, like the E string, the top E, they're the same. The B string is the same, sort of. But playing a 12 string is no different to playing a 6 string, except you have to apply more pressure. So the funny thing is like when I was learning guitar, I learned on a steel string acoustic guitar with 6 strings. The first guitar that I actually bought myself was a 12 string. Why? It's the fullness of the sound. I'll give you an example. I'll play just one chord. See, it sounds like two guitars playing together, but they're just one guitar. So it's a completely different sound. And so the first guitar that I actually bought for myself was a 12-string guitar. It was a Washburn, absolutely beautiful guitar, and I played it to bits. I did. But a 12-string guitar has just got that magic sort of double sound. I mean, I can play the same thing on a 6-string, and it'll sound all right. But on a 12-string, it fills out a lot of sound, especially if you're playing by yourself. So it's like, but you can understand it's like, but it's harder to play. Why? Because you have to actually apply more pressure, because you're actually depressing 2 strings instead of 1 string. So, but you do get used to it, but apart from that, playing a 12 string is no different to playing a 6 string. But it does get harder with the bar chords, because once again, instead of depressing 6 strings, you're depressing 12. So it's a little bit different, but it's a different sound, and depending on what you want to play, it helps you out. It also helps out if you're just playing a single guitar and you're playing to an audience, then it actually fills out the sound. So singing along with a 12-string guitar, it fills out the gaps. It's hard to explain, but it does. If you've got a 6-string guitar, if you're singing well, that's fine. But if you're not singing all that crash hot, if you got like little dips, and everybody does, if you got little dips in your voice, a 12-string will actually drown that out. The other thing about a 12-string guitar is if you put it next to a 6-string guitar, and you've got a 6-string guitar playing and you've got a 12-string guitar playing, you have to tone down the 12-string. So you'd have to tone, if you're playing with a 6-string guitar, you actually have to tone down your playing, because the fact is the volume out of a 12 string guitar is much louder. So I can actually get more volume out of this guitar than I can out of the 6 string guitar. And it depends how I'm playing, but if I'm playing with someone else, I have to tone down how I play. When I say tone down, I mean I have to play softer. If I play full on a 12 string guitar next to a 6 string guitar, you're not going to hear the 6 string guitar. I'm sorry, but the volume coming out of this thing is just awesome. And if I did that on a 6 string guitar, you would notice straight away the difference in the volume and the sound. But yeah, basically all it is 12 strings played at different octaves. And of course, tuning a 12 string guitar is completely different, and restringing a 12 string guitar is a pain in the ass. A lot of people actually, what they do is, depending on how good their guitar is, will tune the whole guitar a semitone lower. It takes pressure off the bridge. So you'll tune the whole guitar a semitone lower. The funny thing is, when I was buying this guitar, they told me, it's like, why would you do that? Why would you tune a semitone lower? But when I got the guitar home, I realized the whole guitar, in fact every other 12 string guitar that they actually had, they were all strung, they were all tuned a semitone lower. But the good thing about this guitar is, see these two lines here? It means it's got a double truss rod. And so there's two truss rods running through the neck of the guitar to actually strengthen it. Because basically, when it comes to 12 string guitars, the main problem you get is there's so much pressure, and the pressure is on the bridge. So what will happen is, you'll tune it to whatever you're going to tune it to, and it'll be so much pressure that it'll actually lift the bridge and also warp the neck. But with a double truss rod on the neck and a reinforced bridge, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to tune it a semitone lower, and so I can tune it to wherever I want. But I have been tuning this guitar down because I was playing different songs on it, and songs that I actually couldn't hit the notes on. So I was tuning this guitar down so I could actually play the guitar and sing the song and get it right. That's the magic of a 12 string guitar.